So, man, during the pandemic, I remember my cousin sent me a video called Roast Me.
Yeah.
And immediately I'm like, wait a minute, that's my boy Kraig.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into the Roast Me thing, and like what started you off with the comedy in the first place?
Man, shit, I just was, I've been rhyming since forever, and I threw a show one time and nobody showed up, you know what I'm saying? It was maybe been 6-7 motherfuckers there.
Damn.
Maybe a little bit more. I don't remember. It's been so long. And instead of me just doing my songs, I just was roasting people in the audience. You know what I mean? And that's what gave me the idea to do comedy, because somebody asked me had I thought about doing it. And then maybe like a couple months after that is when I tried it.
That's crazy.
And then from that is how I ended up getting to Roast Me, because they see me at the clubs roasting people.
Well, so you kind of had a take in the idea of the show? Or
No.
show?
So, what we do on Roast Me is what comedians do outside the comedy clubs.
Y'all bagging anyway.
Yeah, we just go there just to bag on each other. We don't even go in to perform half the time, So that's just a tradition with comedians. That's how we sharpen our tool. We work on different things. It's like our version of going to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You'll be around a comic, they'll be working on a joke and you don't even know it. They're just telling it to you in conversation to see your response, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's how that show was.
That's crazy. So I've seen you on a million shows, Kraig Facts. Well, that's your show.
Yeah.
I've seen you on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb. Of course, Roast Me.
Right.
You've done some acting in a couple movies, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you see the celebrities that we grew up watching and now they're engaging into your content, how does that feel?
Man, it's cool. It's you would never know. You never know who knows about you.
Right.
I just put it to you like that. So that's why you just got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You just do the work, put your head down and create. That's the answer to everything. It's when it comes to being an artist, you just create. You got to build. You got to build yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to build yourself and you got to build a brand. So the things that come to you are things that are directly tied into who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you just go out here and try to be an actor and you're auditioning for roles, then you're really kind of taking the control, or you're really taking your hands off the wheel. You know what I mean? Once you get to a point as an artist where your reputation beats you places, you walk in a room and people already know who you are, that's how you know you're doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it took me years, because I've been rhyming since I was a kid. I graduated high school in 2000. I started doing music back then, and I didn't really start making any ground to maybe 2016, 15.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that's almost 20 years of no bread, not knowing how, you know what I'm saying?
Grinding.
So I just grind.
Right.
You know what I mean? The grind, a lot of people gonna fall off when you start grinding. That's the thing I think that gets people, is the part where they don't understand that this entertainment shit is a solo journey. You know what I mean? You can't pick your homies up like you can when you go hoop at the park.
Right.
You got to be stronger than that. You got to be willing to get up and go out by yourself and be vulnerable and uncomfortable on a solo tip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't admit, I did the music thing for a few years. Well, about 20-something years, like you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I never kind of grasped, is getting out of my comfort zone on the solo tip.
Yeah.
Like when I did my shows, I had to have somebody on stage with me. In the 20 years that I did shows, I only did about 3 shows.
Yeah.
So maybe I had a halfway grind, and you're not gonna really make it like that.
Yeah.
But at some point, gotta switch lanes. For me, at least, So I had to switch lanes. I got my son coming up hooping, and
he a killer too. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
But I had to just put all my time into something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It ain't nothing wrong with it. We mixed martial artists, man.
Right.
Like you turn on MMA and a nigga might go from jiu-jitsu to boxing to, I'm gonna probably say the wrong name. Jum Kempo, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it sounds like it could be some shit. You just gotta be willing to jump from thing to thing and not let your ego stop you, because that's the thing, embarrassment to me is the strongest emotion. Niggas don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I got to the point where I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
So piggybacking off of that statement, So I remember when during the pandemic, you know, you invited me to sit on your platform for the sports show.
Yeah.
I think it was Big Jaw, Ishmael McCarter, B12. So I ain't even gonna lie, you know, that was my first time ever doing anything on camera.
Really?
Yeah, I was not ready, bro. I remember my sound was off. I was nervous as hell. But I believe that, you know, jump started the whole movement.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, yeah.